in fourth place in the East and 10 games back of division-leading New York. Brad Stintker leads it off this evening with his right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second, catcher Drake Baldwin, who was just named Rookie of the Month in the National League. Batting third, third baseman Austin Riley, and hitting cleanup, first baseman Matt Olson. Batting fifth for the Braves, designated hitter Marcell Ozuna. Batting sixth, second baseman Ozzie Albies. Hitting seventh, left fielder Alex Verdugo. Batting eighth, shortstop Nick Allen. And dropping to 9, and that's been a familiar place in recent years for Michael Harris. It'll be the Braves center fielder, Michael Harris. So once again, for the Braves, it's Acuna, Baldwin, Riley, Olson, Ozuna, Albies, Verdugo, Allen, Harris, and Spencer Strider on the mound. The right-hander is 0-3 with a 4.50 ERA. Tonight will be his fourth start of the year. You know who's in there. They'll be on the field when we come back. Braves and Diamondbacks right around the corner on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Engineers and planners, do you have a project that needs a cultural resource assessment? This is Howard Sears, Senior Archaeologist with Wiregrass Archaeology. We're based in Mobile, Alabama, with an office here in Atlanta. Since 2007, our professional team has handled all types of cultural resource projects across the Southeast. We also offer ground-penetrating radar services and high-quality aerial imagery. Learn more by visiting diggingintothepast.com. That's diggingintothepast.com.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get $500 in bonus APR cash on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma. Offer valid through June 30th, 2025. Offer entitles $500 bonus APR cash on the purchase of a new and untitled 2025 Toyota Tacoma vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
Cobb County is Atlanta's sweet spot at home of the Atlanta Braves. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. For more information, visit travelcobb.org.
If you're a working electrician, you've got two options. Work for a contractor and have no power or leverage. Or work with us and have your choice of jobs with multiple contractors, protection on the job, benefits for retirement, and people that have your back. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. If the second option sounds better to you, come join us. Visit IBEW613.org and click Join Us.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
When the game's on the line, making the right call can be the difference between winning or losing. Right, Blooper? Making the right call after you've been injured is no different. For more than 25 years, injured people have made the right call to John Foy & Associates after an accident. Why? Because they know we fight to get you everything you deserve, and we don't stop fighting until you get the most money possible. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Lineup cards being exchanged at home plate right now. We got a warm evening, 83 degrees here in Atlanta. Braves and the Diamondbacks seeing each other for the second time this season. Braves took 2 out of 3 in Arizona and hoping to do at least that in this series before they hit the road to see the Giants and the Brewers. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES. You'll get $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Braves will be coming out of the first base dugout this evening wearing the home white tops, white pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in navy. Braves across the chest of those all-white uniforms on top of the red tomahawk. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks wearing their gray uniform tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in black and teal, and Arizona arching across the chest of their gray uniforms. Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Braves taking the field right now for the first game of this series. Our rotation of umpires has Ben May behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Roberto Ortiz is the first base umpire. Austin Jones is at second base. And Chad Fairchild is the third base umpire. Here's the leather around Spencer Strider. Matt Olson is at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Nick Allen, the shortstop. And Austin Riley at the hot corner. In the outfield for the Braves, it's Alex Verdugo roaming left field. Michael Harris is on patrol in center. And Ronald Acuna on the prowl in right field. Drake Baldwin is the catcher. And on the mound, the right-hander Spencer Strider. Of course, we've seen Spencer 3 times this season, but this is the first time that we've seen him at home. Tonight is his first home start since April 5th, 2024. And coincidentally, that was also against the Diamondbacks. And Darren, that's the last time we saw him before he had the elbow operation. So you know that he's extremely excited to be out there, but maybe a little bit more adrenaline pumping being at home for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. Spencer's done a lot of his best work here on this mound at Truist Park. So, you know, he's fired up to get back out on the right foot. He's looking to put his best foot forward here tonight, maybe get a little deeper in this game here in his 4th start of the season.
Facing a Diamondbacks team that's coming off a month of May that saw them go 11-17. That was the Diamondbacks' worst single month since July of 2023 when they went 8-16. Now, they figured it out because they won the National League pennant that year, but they won Sunday. That snapped a 4-game losing streak, but they've won just twice in their last 11 games. So one of these teams trying to figure things out. One of them will, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Braves won just 3 times in their last 11 games. So something's got to give here today, Ben. Hopefully we get a nice series here. Get these Braves rolling again.
Game 1 in this series. Spencer Strider will be facing Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, and Geraldo Perdomo here in the top of the first inning. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. A little breeze out to right field. 83 degrees here at the ballpark. Lights on. Climbing in, Corbin Carroll. Spencer Strider, the right-hander, is ready. And now for the ball game. And the first pitch swung on and popped up. Lazy pop-up, left side of the infield. Riley and Allen scrambling. This is Riley's ball. Makes the catch about 3 feet from the foul line just before stepping into left field. And you love that. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned just a minute ago, you know, we'd love to see Spencer get a little deeper. When Spencer was at his best, he was striking guys out so quickly, he could get pretty far into the game. This year he's been a little inefficient with his pitches. That 1-pitch pop-up that certainly helps him on his way.
Yeah, he'd love a bunch of those. Here's Ketel Marte. Pitch on the way to Marte. And there's a called strike. Fastball 95. Marte has reached base in 15 straight games. He scored 13 runs in that span, so he's been trying to do his part. Marte, a switch hitter batting left, and the 0-1 pitch. And Spencer clips the outside corner with a fastball at 96. And when it comes to the heater, as he's bouncing back from that elbow operation, we have our eyes glued on that radar gun, don't we?
Yeah, I think it is important. I think, you know, Spencer's adjusting to a little bit of diminished velocity and kind of learning, you know, how that feels to him now, how he's going to get guys out, what he can depend on. Because when he threw 99, it was pretty easy, the old heater.
0-2 to Marte. And Marte crushes one deep to right center field. That's going to land in the seats for a home run halfway up the bleachers just to the left of the chop house. And it's 1-0 in favor of Arizona after the 9th homer of the season for Marte.
So there's a good example, Ben. That was a Spencer Strider changeup right down the middle. You know, when Spencer threw 99, the easy answer to every out to get a strikeout, what you needed to throw was either that fastball, that slider. Well, we've lost a couple miles an hour in velocity. I think it will come back at some point, but he's just a little bit of a different pitcher at the moment. So trying to figure out his best way to get outs with what he has right now.
Yeah, that 99 heater was a consistent ace in the hole, wasn't it?
Yeah.
1-0 Diamondbacks. Here's Geraldo Perdomo. And he'll swing at the first pitch and foul one back. For Strider, we're talking about the fastball. You just mentioned the changeup, but he can be extremely effective with the slider as well, can he?
It did have a lot of success in his last start against Philly, really leaning on that pitch.
0-1 and a fly ball to center. Michael Harris goes back a few steps, now drifts in, casually walks to it, makes a two-handed catch, and 2 away in the top of the first inning.
And he's always had that great fastball and the great slider. Last start against Philly, against their potent lineup, leaned on that slider a lot. 38% sliders. That was up 15% from his previous start. So maybe an indicator that, you know, he does like old trusty. You know, he added that changeup and that curveball last year. still likes his slider the most out of his off-speed pitches.
1-0 Arizona. Here's Josh Naylor, left-handed batter for Arizona. He's hitting .297 on the season. Takes fastball inside. Strider, 6 feet tall, 195 pounds, right-hander from Knoxville, Tennessee. Out of Clemson, 26 years old, and making his 4th start of the year, still searching for his first win. 1-0, missed the outside corner with a fastball. He's 0-3 with a .450 ERA. In that last outing, he had 7 strikeouts, pitching into the 5th inning versus the Phillies. Gave up just 1 run on 1 hit and walked 4. 2-0 pitch, dribbled foul on a 2-1 count. A home run by Ketel Marte, a no-doubter deep over the wall in right field as the Diamondbacks out of the early 1-0 lead. This will be Strider's 10th pitch here in the top of the 1st inning. Strider standing on the first base side of the rubber. The 2-1 pitch to Naylor, and he gets a swing and a miss on the curveball. So the count 2-2 on Naylor. For Strider, he's seen the Diamondbacks 4 times in his career. He's 1-1 against them with a .620 ERA. And like I said, the last time he saw them was his final start of last year before the elbow operation. And he had one of the best starts of his career against them in 2023 when he fanned 13 Diamondbacks. There's the 2-2 on the way to Naylor. And he'll send one foul into the second deck along the third base line.
Yeah, I liked it, Spencer here in this at-bat, who went down 2-0 and got himself back into the count with his off-speed stuff. You know, a good slider, then a really nice curveball below the zone. That's something that's going to have to be a big part of his game.
2-2 to Naylor. And he bounced one up there. Curveball that bounced about 2 feet in front of the plate.
Yeah, I don't want to belabor this point that the velocity is down again. I think it will come back. But he's added these different off-speed pitches for a reason. So he's a more versatile pitcher. There's different ways to get outs than just blowing it by guys.
Again, the 3-2, and Naylor swings and misses at a slider, and he'll slither back to the dugout. So a strikeout by Strider ends the inning. A homer by Marte puts the Diamondbacks on the board. We head to the bottom of the 1st inning. Diamondbacks won, and the Braves coming up.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. FarahGA.com.
That's FirstLibertyGA.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Diamondbacks leading the Braves 1-0 after a 445-foot homer off the bat of Ketel Marte. Braves looking to answer versus Zach Gallen. First pitch to Acuna will be swung on and missed. Fastball low and away versus Acuna and an 0-1 count. Right-hander Zach Gallen making his 13th start of the season. It's been a rough ride for him. 0-1 pitch, and Acuna drives one to right field. Corbin Carroll's going to go back. Carroll to the wall. He will leap and bring it down. He went to the wall, was reaching for it, timed his leap perfectly, went straight up into the air and kept that from hitting the bricks right above the padded portion of the wall. And one down.
Boy, that was nicely played, especially by a visiting outfielder here. You know, that a lot of weird angles in this right field in Truist Park, different materials, the ball can bounce off. Carroll just using a pretty high vertical there to go up and steal it off the wall. Nice play.
Yeah, as if he's used to playing here 81 times a year. There's a called strike on Drake Baldwin. So one down. Drake Baldwin this afternoon was named Rookie of the Month in the National League. Had a chance to visit with Drake before the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a bounce went out to first. That'll be backhanded back to the bag by Naylor. Tosses to the bag. Gallen's there. And 2 down. And Baldwin said, well, that was a nice surprise. I said, I bet it was. And you're in the lineup tonight catching Spencer Strider. What a great day for him.
Yeah, I mean, we knew he was a good prospect, but to be honest, I personally didn't know he was this good. You know, everybody's going to struggle at some point in the major leagues, but what he's shown thus far is a very mature approach, and just the way he goes about his business is really impressive. Very consistent guy, and the approach in the batter's box is otherworldly.
Yes.
You know, it's just so fun to watch on a night-to-night basis.
1-0 Diamondbacks. Pitch on the way to Riley. Bounced out to third. Taken on the second hop by Suarez. Guns across the diamond. There's out number 3. So just 5 pitches for Gallen. And he turns in a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. Didn't even have a chance to tell you about it. We head to the top of the second.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, we fight for you, making sure big insurance doesn't throw you a curveball. With over $25 billion recovered, we're the home run hitters you need.
This is gone.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan is responsible for this ad. John Morgan is licensed in Florida and Tennessee. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Oh, watch for beans.
That sign says watch for bears. Here, let's find you an eye doctor on ZocDoc.
Look, Dr. Barker is in network.
That says Dr. Baker. Here, let me help. Reviews say he's very attentive. Dr. Cleaves has 5 stars and an opening tomorrow.
That's great.
Booked it.
Nice. So, why do I need to watch for falling socks? You've got options. Book on ZocDoc today.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $22 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
We in the locker room want to send you to a Braves game. This is John Michaels reminding you that a pair of tickets is up for grabs during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
1-0 Diamondbacks into the top of the second here in Atlanta. Great to be with you tonight on the Braves Radio Network. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Strider will be facing Suarez, Gurriel, and Smith, as that is 5, 6, and 7 in Torey Lovullo's order. Suarez swings and sends one towards the gap in left center field, and that will one hop over the wall and a ground rule double. Well, that's progress, Darren. At least keeping him in the ballpark.
I was just thinking the same thing, Ben. Suarez hit it over the fence again, but only got 2 bases this time. This guy absolutely terrorizes the Braves pitching staff.
Oh, it hasn't mattered the team he has played for, what time of the season. Anytime we see Eugenio Suarez, it is like a nightmare. And, of course, he had the 4 home run game against the Braves in Arizona earlier this season. So he's at second base. Here's Lourdes Gurriel. 1-0 Diamondbacks at the top of the second. 8 homers on the season for Gurriel. Pitch on the way from Strider. And there's a ball low. Want to remind you the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the only hot sauce bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. That ball came off Suarez's bat at 110 miles an hour. Righty-righty matchup. 1-0 pitch on the way to Gurriel, and he swings and misses at a slider away. Count even 1-1. Diamondbacks managed by Torey Lovullo, 59 years old. He's in his 9th season as the general of the Diamondbacks. They won the pennant 2 years ago, and he was the National League Manager of the Year in 2017. But they're in a rough stretch entering Atlanta. 1-1, missed the inside corner with a fastball. Mentioned that they have won just twice in their last 11 games. And, Darren, it's interesting what they've been doing this season. Offensively, second in homers, second fewest strikeouts, third in runs, third in slugging percentage. So they're hitting the baseball. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That'll be sent foul into the seats down the right field line. But 12th in ERA, 5th most hits allowed, 3rd most homers allowed. You feel like you got to outslug them to win.
Yeah, that's the modus operandi for this Diamondbacks team. And then actually the news got worse yesterday. Corbin Burns, their ace, going down with an arm injury. So they're going to have to figure out a way to get some opposing hitters out.
2-2 low and outside, 3-2.
And one of the guys that's really shocking, the guy on the mound tonight, Zach Gallen. He started the All-Star game 2 years ago, meaning he was the very best starting pitcher in the league halfway through the season. And he's really scuffling this year, the ERA over 5. So, yeah, getting a little wild out there in the desert.
Runner at second, no one out, 1-0 Diamondbacks in the 3-2. And he'll get a swing and a miss and a good slider. So that's the 20th pitch of the ball game for Strider, and it seems like the slider's there for him.
Yeah, that was an interesting slider. It actually looked like it backed up on him a little bit and got Gurriel. Some hitters are very adept at hitting where they think the ball is going. And the guy that comes to mind for me, Vladimir Guerrero Sr., he knew where the ball was going. So if you throw him a backup slider, you're going to strike him out.
Pavin Smith takes a ball low.
To answer your question, yeah, the slider has been his best off-speed pitch. The fastball location's a little low for Spencer. He likes to work the top of that strike zone. Thus far, those 2 big hits he's given up have been down in the zone.
1-0 to Smith. And he missed a little bit low with the slider there. 2 balls, no strikes. Pavin Smith batting .291. He's their DH. 4 homers this season. Left-handed hitter. Strider kicks and fires. 2-0 slugged high in the air to deep right field. Acuna and Harris in pursuit. Both back to the warning track, and Harris is there on the track right in front of the wall. Catch is made, tagging from second, Suarez. And he'll cruise into third base with 2 down. Off the bat, that looked like big trouble, especially with the flags blowing out to that portion of the ballpark.
Yeah, it sure did. We're talking about fastball location. 2 years ago, before Spencer got hurt, he was almost exclusively a high ball pitcher. He's got that spinny four-seamer he wants to shove down the hitter's throat at the top of the strike zone. Well, he still wants to do that, but he's also using all 4 quadrants of the zone now. Just when he's going down, he's got to locate it down and away, down and in a little bit better.
Gabriel Moreno, the batter, takes the ball high and away. We've talked about Strider's fastball in years past, how it had that hop in it. It could go to the top of the zone like you mentioned, and it would appear like it was a rising fastball to opposing batters. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Moreno swings and misses. Can his fastball at 95, 96 still have that same effect as it did at 99, 100?
It can. It's all about that spin efficiency and how much he's getting his fingers behind that ball. And actually, early in the season, Spencer had just as much of that spin-induced movement as he did before.
1-1 lob down the right field line. That will drop in fair and drive in the run. Gabriel Moreno able to send a flare down the right field line and bloop one in to drive in Suarez, and it's 2-0 Arizona.
So if we're going to dive into the numbers on that fastball, it's not rising quite as much or resisting gravity quite as much as it was 2 years ago, but he's very close. You know, it's still an exceptional fastball based on the spin and the movement of it. It's just a few miles an hour slower.
That was a fastball there. There's Alec Thomas. And Thomas swings to the first pitch he sees, and a fly ball to deep center field. Michael Harris tracking to the warning track. Michael to the wall, and he's under it to bring it in. That ends the inning, but another run across for the Diamondbacks. A double by Suarez, a bloop base hit by Moreno. They pick up a second.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
And this is Chris Domino reminding you that Braves coverage starts 2 hours before every first pitch during the season on the radio home, the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and of course the Fan app.
Diamondbacks 2, Braves nothing into the bottom of the second alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. It'll be Matt Olson lead it off for the Braves versus Zach Gallen. Pitch on the way to Olson. And he'll take a called strike. First inning went so quickly, never even got to set the defense. Josh Naylor at first base for the Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte at second. Geraldo Perdomo at short. Eugenio Suarez at third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Olson with a broken bat roller out to second. Charging, gloving, transitioning, and firing. Ketel Marte. And that's in time for the out. A 4-3 put out. In the outfield for Arizona, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in left. Alec Thomas in center. Corbin Carroll in right. Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, and on the mound, the right-handed veteran, Zach Gallen. He's 29 years old from Pennsauken, New Jersey, 6'2", 190. And we gave you the numbers on him earlier. Nothing like what you're expecting to see out of Gallen through a dozen starts, a 3-7 record, a 5.54 ERA. He's coming off a loss against the Pirates in his last outing. Ozuna takes the ball inside. In fact, he gave up 6 runs in his last outing. And Arizona has lost each of his last 4 starts, and he's actually posted an ERA of 8.02 in that span. There's a curveball for a called strike. So all we can do is read those numbers and wonder what in the world went wrong for Zach Gallen.
Yeah, was one of the best in the game there for a short while.
Ozuna takes a called strike.
And you're facing the best hitters in the world. The margin for error is very small. And what's challenging him this year is walks and home runs. That's a formula for disaster.
1-2 pitch, a little bit low, 2-2.
He's been very efficient here tonight. Braves swinging early in the count. The last time they faced him, 5 innings, he was over 100 pitches. And he's a guy that likes to play with hitters a little bit. Tries to outthink them.
2-2 to Ozuna, and a ground ball out to third. Backhanded behind the bag from foul ground. Suarez fires over, bounces the throw, but that's backhanded by Naylor. And 2 down.
Boy, really nice pick by Naylor there at first. It was kind of an in-between hop, and those are the hardest ones on a first baseman.
I'll be honest, I was expecting a walk because Ozuna is leading all hitters in the league in walks.
Yeah.
And Gallen is leading all pitchers in walks.
Yeah, right.
Gallen with 32 walks this season. He's never had more than 54 walks in a season. And he's currently on pace for 88 walks this year. Here's Ozzie Albies. He'll take a ball outside. By the way, it's the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And if the Braves steal a base this inning, Lamar Fowler will win $100 in free marathon gas cards. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Ozzie. And he missed outside with a fastball. You too can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Gallen on pace for 34 more walks than he's ever had in any previous season. That's amazing. There's a called strike. For him, not the good kind of amazing.
Yeah. I mentioned he likes to set up hitters a little bit old school in that fashion, likes to nibble around the corners of the zone.
2-1 and a bouncer. Weekly out to first. Taken on the second hop by Naylor. Carries it to the bag. More weak contact for the Braves. And they go down 1-2-3. We played 2. We head to the top of the third. 2-0 Diamondbacks.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
There's no such thing as a fender bender when it comes to motorcycle accidents.
More than 80% of crashes result in catastrophic injuries. Injuries that require experienced attorneys ready to fight for you. We are, and we will.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang. Today's phrase is ducks on the pond. Do you know what it means? Ducks on the pond. When 2 or 3 runners are on base.
3 ducks on the pond. Ozzie, Nicky, and Marcel. 2-2. Ground ball. Diving stop, but everybody's safe.
Expand your vocabulary with the MLB app and MLB.com. Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Darren and Jay Chad with you here at Truist Park in Atlanta, where the Diamondbacks lead the Braves 2-0. Folks, Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate, and that's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Corbin Carroll leads off with the Diamondbacks, and he'll take a ball high and outside from Spencer Strider. With this pitching matchup tonight, Gallen for the Diamondbacks, Strider for the Braves, you might say that both are trying to get back to the form that they displayed in 2023. There's the 1-0 pitch to Carroll. And there's a called strike. As Darren mentioned, Zach Gallen started the All-Star game that year. Strider was also an All-Star. And these two starters tonight finished 3-4 in the Cy Young voting that season. Here's the 1-1 on the way to Carroll. Fastball up and in. They finished behind Blake Snell, who took the award home, and then Logan Webb finished second. And I think both organizations were making strong cases for their pitcher winning that year, but they finished 3rd and 4th in the voting that season. 2-1, swing and a miss there, and a pretty good slider. Carroll over one with a pop out to third, and the 2-2 pitch. Just low and outside with a slider. Carroll this season, 16 home runs, and he is a flash on the base paths.
Yeah, what an amazing combination of power and speed he displays there at the top of the lineup.
He has 6 triples this season to go along with his 16 homers. 3-2 pitch, pulled deep down the right field line and flying foul into the second deck. Yeah, he has 11 doubles, 6 triples, 16 homers, and he swiped 10 bags. So you want to keep him off the base paths. The 3-2. Ground ball out to second. Ozzie dives to his right, and it's out of his reach and goes bouncing across the grass of right center field. Good at bat out of Corbin Carroll, and it's a leadoff single for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, Carroll's a guy that you might not hear as much about because he does play on the West Coast, you know, and on the East Coast. There's the East Coast bias now in baseball, but he's one of the best young players in the game. He really is. And a guy that a lot of kids can look up to because he's not a Shohei Ohtani body type.
Mm-hmm.
He's 5'10", 165.
Plays a lot bigger than that, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Till Marte takes a slider down, 1-0. Well, on top of all those things we just mentioned with what he does offensively, we know he's a great defender as well, given the catch that he made in the first inning.
Yeah, really spectacular catch out there.
Marte with a home run back in the first inning. Diamondbacks leading 2-0 in the top of the third. Pickoff over to first base, and back into the dive is Corbin Carroll. Marte's done a great job of getting on base. He has a 15-game on-base streak. There's an on-base percentage over 400 with 13 runs scored over the course of that 15-game streak. Carroll a huge lead at first base. Not going. 1-0 pitch. Nibbling for the outside corner. Missed with a slider. 2-0. Strider at 36 pitches. Number 37 misses low and inside. We go back to that series where the Braves took 2 out of 3 against the Diamondbacks. That was at the end of April. One big element that was out for the Diamondbacks, this guy. You might remember Tim Towell was playing second base as Marte was on the shelf. But he's back, and he's banged 9 homers, and he crushes one deep down the right field line to the wall, and that is gone. Boy, that was an absolute missile to the chop house. Didn't have a whole lot of height on it, but it was blasted into the first row of the chop house, ricocheted back out onto the field. It's a 2-run homer, his 10th of the year, and it's 4-0 Diamondbacks.
We mentioned this Diamondbacks team, slugs, the top 4 in their lineup. Just really hard outs back to back to back. Really strong hitters, a lot of power. It wasn't Spencer's best effort there. Fastball down the middle that Marte did not miss a stitch of.
Boy, fortunately, that hit a metal awning out there in the chop house. Had to send somebody to the ambulance. Pitch misses low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. 4-0 Arizona here in the top of the 3rd. No one out. Here's the pitch on the way to Perdomo. He'll swing and lost his helmet. Came unraveled there and fouls it back. That came off of Marte's bat at 113 miles an hour.
Third multi-home run game this season for Marte and the 11th this career.
Traveled 371 feet. 1-1 to Perdomo. And he'll swing and miss. Back to the slider. That was a good one there from Strider. 1-2. Perdomo flied out to deep center back in the first inning. 1-2. Pulled foul over by the Braves dugout. One-two. Check swing on a curveball down in the dirt. Didn't commit.
Spencer's fighting the command there here today a little bit on all of his pitches. He threw that one changeup to Marte in his first at bat, left the yard. As I mentioned, the fastball's been a little bit scatter shot. Now his breaking balls are not going where he's asking them to.
2-2 fouled back. And I'll tell you what, the exit velocities would tell you a story, because there have been 5 balls put in play by the Diamondbacks with exit velocities of 99 and higher. So that tells me it's the location of these pitches more than anything, like you're discussing with that fastball. 2-2 pitch, and there's a good one. Got him with a heater. Strikes out Perdomo looking. That time clipped the inside corner. Perdomo doesn't like it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to beat up Spencer here, but even that one he's going to be frustrated with. He was trying to go up and in on Perdomo for a swinging strike through, and he left it down. It turned out to be a pretty darn good pitch. Perdomo's walking back to the dugout after a strikeout, but Spencer's really going to be analyzing these first couple innings here.
Josh Naylor, check swing, they appeal, and he did go and won. So accidentally a good pitch?
Yes. Yeah, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to hit a baseball.
Arizona 4. Braves have yet to score. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Huge swing and a miss by Naylor. Chasing after the changeup.
I think it's good that he threw that changeup again. Just something else these Diamondbacks hitters have to worry about. Sometimes you do get a little gun shy when you see it leave the yard like it did in the first inning, but he needs to show these left-handed hitters in this lineup that changeup.
Nothing in 2 on Josh Naylor. He struck out swinging to end the first inning. And Strider desperately needs another strike right here. Already a good amount of damage done against him. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Naylor sends one foul into the seats down the left field line. After Naylor, it'll be Suarez, and you certainly don't want to face him with anyone on base. The 0-2 to Naylor. Fouled off into the screen. Do it again with an 0-2 count. These Diamondbacks coming off 4 straight series losses, as they're in 4th place in the National League West, 7.5 games back of the pace set by the Dodgers. 0-2 to Naylor. Ground ball weakly to the left side. Nick Allen on the other end. He sends a good throw across to Matt Olson, hit him right in the chest, 2 down. I mentioned the Diamondbacks are sitting in 4th, and they don't want to be there, 7.5 games back of the Dodgers. But here's the good news. I don't think they have to worry about falling into 5th place. The Rockies have that locked up.
I think they do.
Those Rockies 26 games back of the Dodgers, as they just won their 10th game of the season. There's a slider for a called strike on Suarez, 0-1.
Boy, that's hard to believe. Just 10 wins this far into the season.
Yeah, we're past the third way point of the year. Suarez hits a high fly ball to center. Michael Harris, Ronald Acuna coming together. This should be Harris's ball. And this eventually comes down and parachutes into his glove for the out. But a 2-run homer by Ketel Marte, his second of the game. He had a pitch.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Buy you some. Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
7-8-9 due up for the Braves in the bottom of the third. Looking for an answer, trailing 4-0 as Zach Gallen goes back to work. And his first pitch, a called strike, got a fastball over. Just his 17th pitch here early on. 13 strikes. And he had a 1-2-3 first and a 1-2-3 second. Lots of weak contact. A 1 to Verdugo. And a ground ball weakly out to second. Ketel Marte secures it, throws over to first base and 1 down. Well, we mentioned that Gallen has had his struggles this season, but he's certainly relying on his previous success in this ballpark to get him back on track, and so far that's worked for him. He's always put up good numbers at Truist Park. In fact, he has a career ERA of 1.93 in this ballpark. And with an early 4-0 lead, he's probably feeling better now than he has in some time. 1 out for Nick Allen as the Braves are looking for their first base hit. And a first pitch fastball for a called strike.
Yeah, well, last time when we were in Arizona talking to some of the Diamondbacks broadcasters, they were frustrated with the way Gallen was pitching, just wasting a lot of pitches.
0-1, a swing and a miss there by Allen at a curveball.
And really like dancing around the zone, trying to fool everybody. So putting this together, what it looks like to me tonight is he's made a pact. He's going to attack the strike zone.
0-2 fouled off.
There's an old adage in pitching, on or out in 3 pitches, 3 or less. So trying to get the out. I'm not trying to strike everybody out. I don't care if they put it in play. And thus far, it's working out for him. You know, he's had 6 consecutive outs on the ground, weak ground balls in the infield.
Way ahead 0-2, and the pitch on the way to Allen. And he visited the inside corner with a curveball that had Allen flinching. That's the first strikeout of the game. Well, it's interesting you say that because there have been outings and there have been seasons where Gallen has been a dominant pitcher. He had a 13 strikeout performance earlier this season versus the Yankees. But kind of making that adjustment and shifting gears, boy, you can go a lot deeper in games doing what he's doing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll say, Ben, for me personally, I went the opposite way. I was brought up with 3 or less, on or out in 3 or less, and pitch to contact, get quick outs so you can pitch more often.
Michael Harris grounds one out to short. Gerardo Perdomo has got it. Throws a good throw over to first base, and the Braves go down in order for the 3rd straight inning. We played 3. We go to the top of the 4th, 4-0 Diamondbacks.
Hello, I'm Neil. Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa. If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Guess who said the following?
This moment is great. I mean, I have to thank God first, you know, my family, my wife, my kids, parents, the organization, the fans.
That's Mariano Rivera after he became the all-time career saves leader. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
We know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. 6, 7, and 8 due up with the Diamondbacks in the tidal wave auto spy inning. Spencer Strider going back to work, facing Lourdes Gurriel, and a ground ball out to second base. Not a problem for Ozzie. He's got it. Throws to first base, 1 down. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Tidal Wave Auto Spas, making Braves country clean car country all season long. And if the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off their best wash membership tomorrow. Ball outside of Pavin Smith. Learn more at tidalwaveautospa.com/Braves. Strider could use a clean inning. Gave up 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and trailing 4-0. 1-0 to Smith, clips the bottom of the zone. Good curveball. Still a good breeze out towards right field. Not that Ketel Marte has needed any wind to aid the balls that he's hit out of here tonight. He has a couple of homers. 1-1 to Smith. That'll miss outside. Marte might be over there in the dugout telling Eugenio Suarez, I'm trying to replicate what you did versus the Braves earlier this year.
Gosh, I hope we don't have to see that again, although that game turned out to be a really memorable win for the Braves.
2-1, check swing, didn't go. 3 balls and a strike. That was one of the more upside-down games I have ever seen in my life. That thing was crazy.
I remember towards the end of it, I just like, I don't even know what to say. This is like riding a roller coaster in this game.
3-1 to Smith. And he missed away with a fastball. First walk allowed by Spencer Strider. Gabriel Moreno hit a bloop down the right field line back in the second inning. Drove in Eugenio Suarez. That was the second run of the game. That was his 17th RBI of the year. Pitch to Moreno, and he swings and misses way out in front of that slider.
Yeah, that to me, that looked like the best slider Spencer's thrown tonight. He threw one earlier in the inning to Gurriel to ground to second, and these have been the sharpest sliders he's been showing tonight. Some encouraging signs there.
0-1. Curveball this time gets a swing and miss. Well, you can't abandon the fastball regardless of how bad you might be locating it, but you can understand if he really wants to go heavy on the curveball slider combo.
Good. Sometimes, you know, if you're feeling better, I personally located my slider better than my fastball. So whenever I was in a pinch, I'm throwing that slider because I had a better idea where it was going. So maybe tonight that's the case here for Spencer.
Here's the 0-2 to Moreno. Low and inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a Diamondback lineup top to bottom that can swing it. We gave you those numbers earlier. They are top 3 or 4 in so many offensive categories. They've really struggled on the mound. That hasn't been the case tonight. Pick off over to first base and back in standing Smith. They're trailing just the Dodgers in home runs hit in the league. And the second fewest strikeouts in the league. That's the interesting combo right there. 1-2, a lunge and a miss. Got him with a slider down and away. And the 4th strikeout for Spencer Strider. You see a team that's top 3 or 4 in the league in home runs. You're expecting that they're also catching the breeze a lot.
Yeah, right.
Not the case for these guys.
Swing big, miss big. But no, not these guys. That's a potent recipe for success the Diamondbacks have going there.
Well, they got to be thinking we can just get a little bit of pitching. We're middle of the pack in pitching. They can win a bunch of games. Alec Thomas, the batter, 4-0 Arizona here in the top of the 4th. And Thomas takes a slider low and in. Thomas flied out to center back in the second inning. Left-handed hitting Alec Thomas awaits the pitch. Here to some Strider. That'll be spoiled foul. Pretty good fastball there, but sent into the third deck. And a 1-1 count on Thomas.
So I saw an interesting stat today on Strider. He's made 3 starts this year, and in the time he's been in the game, you know, the Braves are scoreless early in this game. He's only received 3 runs of run support. So I don't know if he's pitched with the lead this year. I'd have to go back and look, but
runner goes, pitch on the way. No throw downs. The pitch missed outside. That was a huge jump out of Smith.
Yeah, sometimes when you're struggling a little bit getting the batters out, you forget about the base runners. And that looks like that would happen there with Pavin Smith off to the races.
And for Smith, his second steal this season. He's in scoring position, 2 down for Thomas. 2-1 low and in, 3-1. That'll really grind on you mentally if you're out there start after start, never having a lead.
Yeah, you know, it always makes a starting pitcher's job easier if he's got a couple runs on the scoreboard there. But if you're always pitching with the thinnest of margins, it does wear you down.
Strider kicks and fires a 3-1. And that'll be bounced out to second. Charging and gloving Ozzie Albies. Throws to first and gets the out. For the first time, a 0 hung up there on the board by Spencer Strider. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $22 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the Cardinals.
7. Join me for the new Buck Belue Show here on the Fan, 680 and 93.7. Home of the Braves.
Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Braves back to the top of the order. They're trailing 4-0. Not only have they not scored, they've not found their first base hit versus Zach Gallen yet. And the right-hander Gallen out of the University of North Carolina goes back to work. Misses with a ball low and inside to Acuna. By the way, tomorrow is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, thanks to that 0 hung up on the board in the top of the 4th inning by Strider. And Acuna takes a strike on the inside corner. Stop by tomorrow. Get half off their Best Wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. 1-1 to Acuna. And a strike. Got a fastball in the inside corner. He's controlling everything in the arsenal tonight.
Yeah, he really is. He's the meat and potatoes is that fastball and the knuckle curveball.
1-2 to Acuna. And he gets a big swing and a miss at a curveball for strike 3.
Yeah, coming into the game, exactly half of Gallen's strikeouts of the year have come on that knuckle curve that he just struck Acuna out with. It's a nasty pitch, even despite his struggles overall. But yeah, he's had everything cooking. Some nice cutters and changeups, a few sliders mixed in as well.
27 pitches, 22 strikes. Drake Baldwin swings and misses at a curveball. Well, and for Gallen, like we said, he can rack up the strikeouts, but that's only his second tonight. A lot of very weak contact. This is just his 29th pitch, and Baldwin drives one to deep right field to the chop house and out of here. The rookie of the month of the National League out to a good start here in June. He drives his 6th home run of the season into the chop house, and the Braves are on the board. It's now a 4-1 game.
And that is the perfect way to rattle the pitcher's cage when he's on a roll, right? Just make one mistake. He's only one of the game, and it goes over the fence. So I love that. A little bit of an answer there from the rookie of the month.
That big leg kick, was able to get the barrel to it. An exceptional job adjusting to that pitch. Here's Austin Riley. And he'll take a called strike. That home run by Drake Baldwin. First homer of the night for the Braves, meaning you'll save at least $75 on a set of select tires at Tire Discounters tomorrow only. 0-1. Riley hits one hard, but out to the third baseman Suarez. He bobbles momentarily, recovers, throws over, and gets the out. And 2 down. On top of that, at Tire Discounters tomorrow, you'll get a free alignment and a free oil change. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show to see how much you'll save tomorrow only at Tire Discounters. Visit TireDiscounters.com/Braves to learn more. 2 down for Matt Olson. 4-1 Diamondbacks, bottom of the 4th. Olson takes a fastball high, 1-0.
Something else that's really impressed me about Baldwin is, and that pitch was a good example of, is how much pull power he does have.
0-1 in for a strike.
We watched him a lot in spring training. His first thought was always the opposite field. Line drives the other way, and his first career home run, opposite field. But that was a cutter up and in on his hands, and he pulled that barrel in perfectly and smoked it. So not just a one-track hitter. He's got multiple skills in there.
He really does. And just spending time with him, you'd never think that he was a rookie. 1-1 fouled back. Not just the words that he says, but the way that he carries himself, the confidence with which he talks about the game and his pitchers that he catches. Chatting with him before the game, and I felt like I was talking with someone who'd been catching the big leagues for 10 years. 1-2 to Olson. Good swing, but fouls one back. Still 1-2.
And yeah, that's very impressive. And that's the personality you want your catchers to have. You know, it's kind of a leadership position on the team because you're involved in so many phases of the game. And so if you get a quiet catcher who doesn't do as much talking or leading, can be a challenge.
Olson takes ball too high, and the count's even.
And to have that confidence, to talk like that, to know I belong here, makes it all that much more impressive.
2-2 to Olson. Inside-out swing. That'll be sent foul. Well, new third base coach Freddie Gonzalez just been hanging out down there. Hasn't had a whole lot to wave home yet thus far in the game. Just the home run by Baldwin. 2-2 low and in. Big C-130 flying by the ballpark. High over center field.
Curious if Freddie's had the time to learn all the home run celebrations already.
3-2 pitch. And Olson guides one left side, diving to his right. Perdomo at short. Up on his feet, throws over, bounces the throw, not in time. Base hit out of Matt Olson, able to leg it out, and that ball hit hard to the right of Geraldo Perdomo. Not used to saying infield single for Matt Olson. He'll take it.
Yeah, that pitch was too close to take, so Matt just a little excuse me swing, putting the ball in play. Showing off the wheels, too. His legs are so long, it's only like 4 or 5 steps to get down there.
2 down for Ozuna. 4-1 Diamondbacks, bottom of the 4th. Ozuna sends one out towards third, and back on the other side of Suarez down the left field line. It gets through him. Olson to third. They're going to wave him. Here's Lourdes Gurriel's throw out of left field. It's up the first base line. The run scores. Olson rolled over the plate. I hope he touched it. Ozuna down at second base. And as it stands now, it's 4-2. Well, that was on the backhand side of Eugenio Suarez. Went down to pick it, and it was right under his glove.
And just as you said, Freddie Gonzalez has not had much action there. That was a really close send there. And I was waiting to see, is he going to fire up that right arm and send Matt Olson home?
Well, the Diamondbacks are chatting on the mound right now. I'm wondering if they're going to throw to the plate and take a look at this. Matt came in with a feet first slide and was reaching for the plate with his hand. And I'm not sure that he got the plate or not. Kind of rolled over the plate. Yes, he did. Okay, watching the replay, he did slide the hand across the plate. It will be an E5 to put Ozuna down at second and drive in the run. It's a 4-2 game. Pitch on the way to Ozzie. And a called strike. How about that? A good send out of Freddie Gonzalez.
Yeah, right. 1 for 1 thus far. Way to go, new guy.
No RBI for Ozuna. 0-1 to Albies. Up and in. Turned him out of there with a fastball. Albies 0 for 1, but he's reached base in 17 straight games. Trying to drive in Ozuna from second base right here and make it a 1-run game. 1-1 to Albies. And he missed the outside corner with a curve. Two on to Ozzie. Outside 3-1. Well, second trip to the order significantly better than what we saw that first trip through.
Yeah, and Gallen's throwing a couple non-competitive pitches that are at least a foot outside. And I'd like to think that was Drake Baldwin's laser home run there that got him rattled a little bit. Some defensive miscues behind him.
0-1 to Albies. He swings and fouls back a curveball into the screen. want to take advantage of that error. They've done so with one run already, but want to drive at Ozuna himself. Ozzie swinging it from the left side, waiting on the 3-2 pitch from Zach Gallen. And the 3-2. Swung on and hit towards left center field. Charge it over. Thomas can't get there. Plays it on a hop. This will drive in Ozuna. Ozzie rakes one into left center. Makes it a one-run game. That's his 23rd RBI of the year. Got the count to 3-2. And some good situational hitting with 2 down to make it a one-run contest.
Yeah, really nice there. Fastball away. Didn't try to do too much. Didn't try to pull it over the fence in right field. Cashed in that run out there at second base. Ozuna moving pretty good. Scoring easily there.
Pitching coach Brian Kaplan out there to visit with Gallen. For Gallen, he was in smooth waters for the first 10 batters he faced. I mean, he was absolutely cruising. But then a homer by Baldwin. Riley grounded out. Olsen with a single. Ozuna reached on an E5 where a run scored. And Ozzie Albies that RBI single. And now the go-ahead run comes to the plate. And Alex Verdugo here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So that first trip to the order, it's like 2023 Zach Gallen was out there. The second trip to the order, it's like the guy that they've seen for the last few months. Off over to first. Ozzie back in with a dive. Of course, not all that Gallen's fault. That error by Suarez really hurts him.
He threw 23 pitches the first 3 innings. Has now thrown 23 pitches here in the bottom of the 4th. So making him work a little bit.
Verdugo takes a ball outside. Verdugo facing the team out of his home state. He's from the Tucson area. 0 for 1 with a ground out in this game. That series against the Diamondbacks in Arizona came shortly after the Braves signed Verdugo. 1-0 pitch, a little bit low and outside, 2-0. Diamondbacks 4, Braves 3. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ozzie a good lead at first, held by Naylor. Pitch is a called strike, got a changeup over the outside corner.
The Braves have certainly evened up the time of possession battle. You know, a common stat in football analysis. A lot of quick innings there for the Braves offense. Now Spencer Strider really getting some time to recover on the bench.
Verdugo lunges and misses of the changeup. The count even 2-2. Well, no, sometimes having too much time on the bench can be a detriment to the pitcher, but in this case for Spencer, he might not be complaining.
Yeah, those first 4 innings happened pretty quickly for him. You know, back to back to back. So a little time to gather yourself, do some analysis, be great for him.
2-2, and Verdugo hits one in the air to center. Thomas going in, now going out, and he just about misplayed it. Ranges back, makes an over-the-shoulder catch. He started in, realized that was hit a lot better than he thought that it was. That ends the bottom of the 4th, but the Braves get 3 runs, 3 hits, an error, 1 man left on base. We played 4, got a new ball game. It's a 4-3 Diamondback.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals.
Well, the Braves surge back for 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Spencer Strider finds himself trailing by just 1 run as he faces the Diamondbacks in the top of the 5th. Pitch on the way to Corbin Carroll as a ball outside. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. 4 runs on 5 hits and 1 error for the Diamondbacks. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Braves. And Carroll hammers one high in the air to deep right field, and that too will leave the ballpark. That landed about the same place the first inning homer for Marte landed. And for Carroll, it's his 17th round tripper of the year. And it's now 5-3 Diamondbacks. That's the 3rd homer allowed by Strider in the game as he climbs back on top of the mound. He's furious with himself. Taking the ball and pounding it into his glove, looking straight down and barking at himself as he goes back to the rubber. Speaking of homers, here's Ketel Marte. And the first pitch to him is a ball low. Marte 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. One a majestic shot and the other was a bullet into the chop house. 1-0 pitch. Low and inside, 2-0. To Marte. And fouled off over by the Braves dugout. Marte certainly a welcomed addition after his injury that had him sidelined for a little while. 2-1 pitch in the dirt. Marte, 31 years old, from the Dominican Republic. And he's currently the Diamondbacks' longest tenured player. He's been with them since 2017. 3-1 pitch. Had him out in front there. Pretty good changeup.
I remember Marte when he came in the league was just a skinny, rangy shortstop. And now he's developed into a high slug guy. Hits for a lot of pop.
Slugging almost 600. Here's the 3-2. Low and in, ball 4. That's the second free pass issued by Strider. That follows a homer here in the 5th inning. That'll bring Perdomo up to the plate. Strider at 75 pitches, 45 strikes. He has 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and has surrendered 3 homers. Switch hitting shortstop Geraldo Perdomo climbing in. Batting from the left side. Takes a fastball for a called strike. Homer by Carroll traveled 438 feet and off his bat at 106 miles an hour. Strider kicks and fires. Fastball fouled back. 0-2 on Perdomo. Just had a hard time keeping the Diamondbacks off the board. Only 1 time that's happened through 5 innings. 0-2, missed with a backdoor curveball. These Diamondbacks have had their fangs out. They have been on the attack versus Strider. Strider looking off into center field. Now time called. Well, he looked back as if they're a runner at second, just kind of gazing towards center field and right center. Had a long stare out there. Meanwhile, there's action in the Braves bullpen.
I believe he was talking to the second base umpire, Austin Jones.
Well, time has been called by the batter, Perdomo. As Strider continues his conversation with Austin Jones.
I think it was about how many disengagements on the mound he has. I think he did step off once early in this at-bat.
Ready with his 1-2, and he cuts it loose. That'll be sent foul. Three Diamondbacks as we're in the top of the 5th inning. They've got a runner at first base. No one out. 1-2 pitch. Bounced up there, knocked down by Drake Baldwin. Thinking about Marte at first and Perdomo at the plate. This will be a tough duo to double up. No double plays turned in this game. Meanwhile, Iñigo de los Santos is throwing in the Braves bullpen. Strider at 80 pitches. And the 2-2. Ground ball to first. Stab by Olson. Steps on first base. And they've got Marte in a rundown. And they will indeed get the double play. That's an outstanding job by Olson, who is holding the runner at first. And that was a lightning bolt right to him. He reacted and made the play. And that's huge for the Braves in this situation.
Yeah, it's really good. Marte did the right thing there, knowing that if he kept running to second base, he was going to be dead meat. So danced around a little bit, thought he might be able to juke out Olson. So smart base running, even smarter fielding by Olson.
The bat is still in the first baseline. Naylor was stepping in. They didn't realize there was a bat laying there about a quarter of the way up the first baseline. Finally clear that. By the way, we'll make that unassisted double play turn by Matt Olson, the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank member FDIC. 2 down for Josh Naylor. 5-3 Diamondbacks in the 5th. Naylor receives a first pitch strike. It was only the second double play hit into by Perdomo this year. And that'll be swung on, missed. Correction, third, I should say. Third double play. That's what it was going to take to double him up, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I should explain that a little better. You're that runner at first, and Olson tags first. There's no force out at second anymore. So if you can get that first baseman to commit to a throw to second and scoot back to first, you're safe, right? So he tried to outsmart Olson. Matt wouldn't allow him to do it.
0-2 to Naylor. Just a little bit low of the slider. Yeah, Matt has played a very good brand of defense this season at first base. He's been terrific. Strider would love a strikeout to put him away here in the top of the 5th. 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Ozzie Albies on the other end. He's got it. Flips it over to first base. There's out number 3. Corbin Carroll, however, hits a home run. And the Diamondbacks tack on to their lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-3 Arizona.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
It's
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
Seen anywhere else? Listen to me, Chris Domino, and Nick Cellini weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Rolling into the bottom of the fifth inning, Diamondbacks 5, Braves 3 here at Truist Park in Atlanta. Zach Gallen facing 8, 9, and 1 in the Braves order, and his first pitch to Nick Allen is going to be sent foul into the seats down the right field line. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Pretty good Tuesday night crowd here at the ballpark for the first game of this series between the Braves and Diamondbacks. 0-1 to Allen. There's a called strike. I'll tell you what's going to take some getting used to is seeing Freddie Gonzalez in the third base box wearing number 86 on his back. I'm so used to watching him wear number 33 when he managed the Braves. 0-2, and Allen sends one foul. And Freddie Gonzalez, new third base coach, wearing number 86 down there, and already windmilled one run into this game. And Olsen back in the fourth inning did the same for Ozuna right after that. 0-2 to Allen. And a swing and a miss at a curveball for strike 3. And that's the third strikeout of the game for Gallen.
And nobody's wearing 33 on the roster?
No.
Huh.
In fact, I was looking this up. Of the 10 coaches on staff in uniform for the Braves, 6 of them were numbers in the 80s. So that range of 80s, they got that pretty much locked down.
A bunch of linemen.
Michael Harris with a ground ball out to second. Taken on a series of ops by Ketel Marte. And he throws to first base for the out, 2 down. By the way, what do you think about Michael Harris dropping back to the 9 hole?
Yeah, I think that's a familiar spot for him. You know, when he's going right, it's like having another leadoff man in front of Ronald when the lineup turns over. So I like it. You know, Michael's not performing like he wants to. Maybe a little switch, a little change of scenery to help him out.
You know, we've seen Harris batting 8th a lot. There's a called strike on Acuna. In fact, when Harris first came up, we saw a lot of batting 9th for Michael Harris, and that's been a place that's been a good spot for him. He's liked it there, and he's produced there. 0-1 to Acuna, misses down. And we haven't seen him there a ton this year, but seeing him there at the bottom of the order for this game. He's gone 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. Acuna is also 0 for 2, a fly out to right and a strikeout. 1-1, socked into left field, down for a base hit in front of Lourdes Gurriel. Turned around a 94-mile-an-hour fastball and blistered it into left.
Yeah, nice adjustment there from Ronald. Gallen has been working him on the inner half of the plate all night. 4 seamers, and he's actually thrown a couple change-ups in there. So third time through the order, Ronald says, all right, I know what you got. Laces it out to left field for a single.
Drake Baldwin flipped the ignition switch for the Braves in the 4th inning with a homer. They were trailing 4-0 at that point. And this homer started up a 3-run inning. Baldwin swings and misses at a changeup. His homer back in the 4th, his 6th of the season. And it traveled 378 feet, came off the bat at 104 miles an hour. Now looking for a 2-out base hit. Keep things rolling right along here in the 5th inning. Pick off up at a first base, and Acuna back in standing. Acuna has yet to attempt a steal since coming back. And, of course, that doesn't surprise any of us. 0-1, Baldwin pulls one out to first, and that'll be backhanded by Naylor. Steps on the bag for the 3rd out. And that ends the bottom of the 5th. The Braves get a hit, nothing else. We go to the top of the 6th, 5-3 Diamondbacks.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
Here at the Zebra, research shows the average person would rather endure a root canal than search for auto and home insurance.
Just try to relax. Okay.
Or be trapped in a car for 8 hours with toddlers on a sugar high. Or remove a nest of irate hornets. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving. I think I'll wait inside.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
At Truist, Braves trailing the Diamondbacks by a score of 5-3. Spencer Strider's work is over for the day. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 earned by the way of 3 big home runs from this potent Diamondbacks lineup. Looking to quiet these snakes down a little bit, Enio De Los Santos, 29-year-old right-hander, last pitched Sunday versus Boston. 2/3 of an inning with 1 strikeout.
And there to greet him, Eugenio Suarez. First pitch he sees, a little bit low and outside. Suarez with a ground rule double back in the second inning, eventually scored. And then a fly out to center field. Right on right matchup. Missed inside with a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. 16 home runs on the season for Suarez. It feels like all of them came against the Braves earlier in the year. 2-0 pitch. Little low that time with the slider. 3-0. Pitch. And he hits one out to left field. Coming in, Verdugo slides and makes a knee-high catch. Well, he was reaching for it, got leather on it. And as it was in the leather, that's when he went into his slide. A nice job on a really tough ball to play in left field by Verdugo.
Yeah, that ball was smoked. Little shoestring grab there by Verdugo. Tell you what, you don't really want to face Gino Suarez in any count but a 3-0 count.
No, thank you.
Throw it and duck, buddy.
Pitch on the way to Gurriel. There's a called strike. Tell you what, if he hits the ball any harder than he has versus the Braves, the pitchers might start asking for an L screen out there. Oh, and to Gurriel. A little bit low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 5-3 Diamondbacks. This game in the top of the 6th inning. Right-hander De Los Santos set right next to his right ear. 1-1 pitch and a swing and a miss, and a pretty good slider.
You're watching the TV feed here in the stadium. They're showing clips of Spencer Strider on the bench, staring at an iPad, kind of doing a post-mortem on his outing. I think he really struggled with his command here tonight. He's probably already trying to figure out how to correct that for his next start in 5 days.
Bases empty, 1 down. 1-2 to Gurriel. A little bit low and outside. With what you watched, would you say location with just the fastball or across the board?
No, everything really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe something's a little bit out of sync in his mechanics. She's going to go back and look at some video, try to figure that out.
2-2 low and outside. I thought over the course of the outing, the slider looked like the best pitch.
Mm-hmm. The slider did get better the deeper the game went. But I saw Rick Kranitz over there talking to him about the outing and kind of huddled over him, talking to him quietly.
3-2 line drive over the head of a leaping Matt Olson and a base hit into right field. And Gurriel with a 1-out single.
And of all the pitching coaches I've ever played for, Kranitz is right up there at the top with knowing what to say in a tough situation. So Spencer's obviously not happy with the way he pitched tonight. So Kranit's really good at knowing what to say when, especially in a conversation that player might not really want to have at the moment.
Right.
So he's going to help him work through this before his next start.
5-3 Arizona. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Pavin Smith, the batter. He'll take a ball low and inside. Folks, did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? They make it with peppers, vinegar, and salt in the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 1-0 pitch. There's a good changeup for a strike. Levels the count out at 1-1. Pavin Smith walked and stole a base in the 4th inning. He's batting 7th in their order, but he's hitting .290 on the year. 4 homers out of Smith. 1-1 pitch. And he hits a pop-up to center field. Coming in Harris. Going out Allen. This will be Allen's ball. Makes the catch in shallow center. He tracked a long way and made an over-the-shoulder catch out in shallow center field.
Yeah, good range there from Nick Allen. And somewhere Jeff Francoeur is furious. Yeah, he's coming here a few times this year. Do these outfielders not catch fly balls? Why are the infielders running halfway out to catch them?
Yeah, he was a long way from home to make that catch, and even more, it's not the easiest time of night to look up and find a baseball. We're at twilight. Here in about 30 minutes, it'll be a lot easier to look up into a dark sky and find the ball. There's a called strike on Moreno. Moreno had the bloop base hit RBI back in the 2nd and drove in Suarez. Now he bats with a runner at first base, 2 down. 279 hitting catcher. Pick off to first, and they're going to call a balk on Inyo de los Santos. Second base umpire Austin Jones all over it. Inyo just shakes his head and walks back up the slope of the mound as Gurriel jogs slowly down to second base.
I didn't see any obvious balks. He might have tried a little deception there, called a heel move.
Yeah,
he did.
That left leg.
Yeah. So whatever movement you initiate your delivery to home with, you do that very quickly before you pick off. And it's called a balk move for that reason.
Pitch to Moreno. That'll miss low and inside. In fact, we saw him in the game on Sunday, and Joe mentioned, he said, that's really close to a balk.
Yeah.
And there it was right there. It just depends on the umpire who's going to call it or not, I guess.
Exactly. You're daring them to call it. You save it for those big situations where you really need a pickoff.
1-1. A big swing and a miss at a slider away.
But yeah, you're always running the risk. You would never do that with a runner on third base. You know, you don't want to allow these runners to advance. So, yeah, a little risky there.
Get a strikeout, won't have to worry about it. 1-2. Struck him out, won't have to worry about it. Slider away. And he gets through the jam. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 5-3 Diamondbacks. Hey there, baseball fans. Ben Ingram here. It's time to step up to the plate.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Life doesn't stop.
/Atlanta, because some things are too good not to relive.
Finn here. Don't miss Atlanta Braves Today and your chance to win a pair of Braves tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Diamondbacks 5, Braves 3 into the bottom of the 6th inning. Ben and Darren with you for the first game of this series. Austin Riley leading off for the Braves. It'll be Riley, Olson, and Ozuna versus Zach Gallen. This will be his 62nd pitch of the game, and Riley takes the first pitch strike. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. All 3 Braves runs came in the 4th inning. 0-1 will miss. You look at these last 11 games for the Braves, they've dropped 8 of their last 11. And they were just 4 for 26 with runners in scoring position versus Boston over the weekend. Riley swings and misses over the top of a changeup. They stranded 23 men on base in that series and just left base runners all over the place. Well, in this case, they just haven't had many opportunities. When they've had opportunities, they've cashed them in. They're 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position. Had that 3-run 4th, but outside of the 4th inning, they've only had 1 base runner. Riley sends one deep down the right field line, slicing towards the pole, and a foul ball. Just need some opportunities. Get some men on base, get something going. Riley 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs to third. 1-2 and a ground ball out to third. Weekly hit, charging, gloving, and firing Suarez up on a tiptoe Josh Naylor, and he reels it in for the out. And 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here in the bottom of the 6th, it's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And if the Braves hit a home run this inning, William Frazier from Lawrenceville, Georgia, will win $2,050. And if you'd like to have your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Matt Olson will send one foul over to our left. 0-1.
Boy, after that ground out there, Austin Riley showing some rare display of emotion in the dugout there. You just don't see Austin get too worked up very often.
Olson takes the ball up and in.
So you can see that frustration's there. He can feel it. He wants to be better and frustrated with the way the team's playing. As you mentioned, the last 11 games have been tough.
Ball up and in. What did he take his frustrations out on?
I think it was the dugout railing. Yeah. It's just he's really calm, cool-headed, level demeanor usually.
2-1 low and away, 3-1. Well, here's the thing. You can be as calm, cool, and collected of a customer as it comes. You play Major League Baseball and do 162 of these things, you're going to take down some equipment or dugout railing or something. 3-1. Olson takes a strike. Got a curveball over.
Yeah, and an effort to limit damage to the facility and to players. Some of these teams have put punching bags down in the tunnel.
3-2, and he takes a changeup away for ball 4.
So after you have a bad outing on the mound or a tough at bat, you go down there, you take it down out on the heavy bag instead of kicking a cooler, breaking your toe, punching the wall, breaking your pitching hand, doing silly stuff like that. Just go down there and beat I've actually seen like the molded dummies that look like a person.
Yeah.
You could just go down there and punch them in the nose.
Tying run to the plate, 1 down. Ozuna takes a call strike. Look, you got to be careful on the heavy bag, too. You can roll the wrist.
Yeah.
There's a reason boxers tape up their wrists and hands. Yeah, but you got to take your frustration out on something. You're not a human if this game doesn't frustrate you. Here's the 0-1. Low and inside, 1-1.
The thing that used to drive me nuts was when the hitters would throw their helmets. You know, it's not a ball. You can't really predict where it's going to bounce. So you would throw it, and it would bounce up and hit your teammate in the face. And you're like, hey, man, I didn't even do anything.
1-1, low and in, 2-1. What was your favorite way of taking out frustration? Would you yell out curse words?
Yeah.
Would you throw something?
4-letter words, just awkwardly kick things.
Those work really well.
Throw my glove. Just, but I did it under the tunnel. I didn't want anybody to see that.
2-1 pitch and a high fly ball to right center. Carroll and Thomas both drifting that way. This will be Carroll's ball in right. And he makes the catch, 2 down.
Oh, yeah, I've seen toilets broken off the wall before. Mirrors smashed. I mean, So most modern Major League clubhouse, dugout bathrooms are going to have a metal mirror instead of a glass mirror now.
Like a prison cell.
Yeah, they're just trying to reduce all the things that these meatheads can break.
5-3 Diamondbacks, bottom of the 6th. Matt Olson at first. Ozzie Albies swings and sends one foul on the right field line. When it came to the helmets being flung, were there a couple of guys that you knew were bad offenders where if you saw them coming in, you knew immediately, I know what this guy's about to do. I got to get out of here.
Absolutely. Yeah, you see him coming in, he's mad. You're ducking for cover.
0-1 to Ozzie, and he's out at his front foot, swinging and missing at a curveball. Bearded right-hander Zach Gallen, 78 pitches. This right-hander who wears the recreational glasses as he pitches. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. That'll miss low, 1-2.
I've never heard it put like that. The recreational, the rec specs.
The rec specs, exactly. He's always had those glasses on ever since we've seen him for the first time. One-two to Ozzie Albies. Popped up. Back of the infield cutout. A trio of Diamondbacks are there. This will be caught by Geraldo Perdomo, their shortstop, in shallow left. Braves get a one-out walk. No winner in the Georgia Lottery home run.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the Fan app now.
Top of the 7th, Braves still trailing it 5-3. We have our second Braves reliever in as many innings. Pierce Johnson will relieve Enyo De Los Santos. De Los Santos was good. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, no runs. Pierce is on for the 24th time this season, sporting a 3.48 ERA.
Right-hander facing Alec Thomas to lead it off in the top of the 7th. Thomas batting 9th in the Diamondbacks order. And a first pitch curveball over for a called strike. No finals yet around Major League Baseball. Phillies are leading in Toronto 7-1 as they're on top of the Blue Jays in the 6th inning. Bryce Harper homered in that game. Here's the 0-1 to Alec Thomas. No swing and miss. Made him look foolish there with that curveball. Cardinals have a 7-2 lead on the Royals. That game's in the top of the 4th. The Rockies are leading the Marlins 3-2 in front of about 14 people down in Miami. That game's in the 9th inning. 0-2 to Thomas. Missed low of the curve.
Boy, that picture from last night's game was pretty wild.
Boy, that was something.
I've seen better attendance at funerals.
I have too. That was, Marlins and Rockies not necessarily making the turnstile spin down there in Miami. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Alec Thomas. Pierce kicks and fires, and a ground ball out to first and foul. The Mets are in L.A. That ball game won't start for another hour and 20 minutes. Mets and Dodgers later on this evening. Nationals are trailing the Cubs 8-3. That's in the bottom of the 7th in Washington. And those scores are delivered to you by Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Diamondbacks leading here in Atlanta 5-3. 1-2 to Thomas. That'll work. Swung on a miss at a curveball. Strikes out Alec Thomas, who's 0 for 3.
That's that Pierce Johnson curveball we all know and love. Just so nasty. Firm. You just don't see many curveballs that hard diving down at the bottom of the zone for a strikeout.
One out for Corbin Carroll. Belted his 17th home run of the season in the 5th inning. Pierce comes at him with a first pitch curveball at 86 for a called strike.
Attendance is 32,898. 32898.
Oh, 1 to Carroll. Looked like a good pitch. Missed his spot, but should have been a strike, but it's called a ball. And a 1-1 count on Carroll. Carroll is from Seattle, 24 years old. Grew up idolizing Ichiro. Couldn't get enough of watching Ichiro Suzuki. Here's the 1-1 to Carroll. That'll miss low and inside. And he's talked about his memories of being a young kid sitting in the upper deck at Safeco Field and watching Ichiro play right field. And now Carroll, a right fielder in the big leagues. Here's the 2-1. That'll miss low. 3-1. How many kids in the northwest portion of the country grew up trying to swing the stick like Ichiro?
It's hard to do.
Really hard.
To be running out of the box before you've even finished your swing takes a lot of hand-eye coordination.
Here's Johnson set right at the letters on the 3-1 pitch. And that's outside of Carroll.
You see that swing a lot more in women's softball.
Yeah.
You know, Oklahoma making a nice run here in this tournament. I love this time of year watching a little bit of college playoff baseball and softball. So
yeah, a lot of drama.
Yeah, very exciting.
You know who can tell you all about it? Joe Simpson.
Old Joe.
I mean, look, you want to know something about that OU softball team? He's on it. Here's Ketel Marte. Pickoff over to first base, close play, and back into the dive, Corbin Carroll. 5-3 Diamondbacks, top of the 7th. Boy, he had him leaning, but Carroll's so quick. Able to get back, get that right hand to the corner of the bag right before the tag from Olsen got him on the forearm. Pitch to Marte. Drifting outside with a curve, 1-0. Marte's had a big night. Been on base 3 times. 1-0 pitch. That'll miss outside. 2-0. And the way he's swinging the stick, you can understand no pitcher wanting a part of him. He homered in the first inning, hit a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. He walked in the 5th inning. Now he's got a 2-0 count with a runner at first and 1 down. Diamondbacks leading 5-3. 2-0 pitch. Check swing on a high fastball, and he did go. They get a 2-1 count. In the bottom of the inning, the Braves will have 7, 8, 9 coming up. Verdugo, Allen, and Harris. And it's up to Pierce Johnson to keep the Diamondbacks quiet here in the top of the 7th, so the Braves can do something in the bottom of the inning. Pick off again to first, and that's another close play, but he's back in with a dive. Boy, Carroll not shy about a big lead. They had him leaning, but he's able to get back in time.
He sure does take a healthy lead over there.
He's 10 of 13 in the stolen base department. Takes another big lead, kind of a jumping lead at first base. Not going. 2-1. Called strike. 2-2. Fastball 97 on the outside corner. That was a perfect fastball by Pierce Johnson. Carroll hopping off the bag at first. He's going 2-2. Missed load. Throw down to second base. Tag applied, and they got him. Corbin Carroll cut down. Nice tag by Allen following a great throw by Baldwin.
Yeah, you got to love to see that out of your young catcher. Drake, throwing has really been the thing he's had to work on the most. And he's been improving all season. That was a curveball as well. Not the easiest pitch to throw on. Really nice dart throw there from Drake.
Carroll went in feet first, and that left arm was up in the air with the right arm trailing behind him on the ground, and the tag got him on the left shoulder. Allen had a big target. There's ball 4 low and in. That'll put Marte aboard. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Braves trailing the Diamondbacks 5-3 at the top of the 7th. Coming up, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Lounge. Going to bat for veterans and their families by helping them navigate success after military service. To learn more, go to thewarriorlounge.org and find out more there. There's a pitch to Geraldo Perdomo that registers as a strike. So a strikeout, a walk, a caught stealing, and another walk. They've got a runner at first with 2 down. And now time called by Perdomo. Perdomo hit into that double play back in the 5th inning. Ball that was a bullet out to Olson as he was holding aboard the runner Marte at the time, or he's holding aboard Marte again. And also heads up with what's at the plate. 0-1. Missed upstairs with a fastball. The count level at 1. Braves have used Strider, De Los Santos, and Johnson on the mound. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a called strike. Good fastball. Well, we always brag about the curveball for Pierce Johnson, but I think the fastball has been his better friend tonight.
Yeah, he's throwing it really well tonight. 90s, a lot of 97s. Lately, he's been throwing more pitches that aren't curveballs, the fastball and the cutter as well.
1-2. Low it in. Snap throw down to first, and they do not get him. How in the world do they miss him? Matt Olson says, look, check that out. He points directly to the Braves dugout. Ketel Marte was way off the bag at first, and Baldwin with a snap throw down to first. And I think the Braves are going to take a peek at this. And if they get him, if this is overturned, that would be 2 outs on the base paths because of the arm of Drake Baldwin. I see what he saw. He came back in with a right hand that stuck in the ground and rolled under him. And Olson missed the tag. And then with a second effort, he was reaching for the bag, and Olson looked like he got the tag on the right elbow. I think this is going to be overturned.
I think you're right, Ben. I love Matt's confidence whenever he knows he's gotten the replay right. He's not afraid to let the umpires know he got him there.
You know, my favorite display of what you're talking about was the ruling on the field that was reviewed to end the game against the Diamondbacks back in Phoenix.
That's right.
And Matt said, everybody walk off the field. He's doing the same thing here.
Yeah, that great play by Austin way out in left field. Matt had a nice pick on it.
The runner is out. Atlanta will retain the challenge.
Call is overturned. He is out. That inning belonged to Drake Baldwin. Great job by Drake. 2 outs using his arm. Getting Carroll and Marte. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to score some runs. 5-3 Arizona.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your...
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the do.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident
around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
While the rest of the sports media focuses on making up hot takes while you work, we focus on the Braves and what matters to you. Cellini and Domino weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Well, at one point, the Braves are trailing 4-0. They battled back to make it a 4-3 game, gave up another run an inning later, and currently trail 5-3 as Alex Verdugo takes a fastball high. It's Verdugo, Allen, and Harris for the Braves in the bottom of the seventh. It's still the right-hander Gallen on the mound for the Diamondbacks. He's at 81 pitches, 58 strikes. 1-0 to Verdugo, will miss outside. 3 strikeouts for Gallen, 1 walk. He's given up 1 home run, a solo homer by Drake Baldwin, who's had a great game tonight. 2-0 to Verdugo, and a called strike and a fastball over. Meanwhile, in the Diamondbacks bullpen, Shelby Miller is loosening his arm. Zach Gallen trying to get across the finish line of the 7th inning. 2-1, a swing and a miss by Verdugo as he cut it loose on a changeup and missed. Time called by Verdugo. Well, ever since Drake Baldwin played his first big league game, we've had so many superlatives for him. He's had many great nights in his rookie season. 2-2 to Verdugo. Ground ball out to second. Marte secures, and he'll throw over to first base for the out, 1 down. But finishing that thought on Baldwin, he's got the homer tonight. He just threw out 2 base runners in the top of the 7th. And when it comes to some of the best games that he's seen in his rookie season, tonight has to be one of the top 2 or 3.
Yeah, he's already made a reputation for himself being a clutch hitter, a good pinch hitter, and really advanced approach. But man, the throwing tonight.
Swinging a tip into the mitt by Allen into the mid of Moreno.
Just the quick release, 2 of the 3 outs last inning where he had his hand in, and just spectacular throwing.
Allen with a ground ball out to third and foul. Well, we mentioned that he won Rookie of the Month in the National League for the month of May, and if he wants to win that award for the month of June, he's out to a great start. He is certainly in the conversation as much as anybody for Rookie of the Year through the first 60 games. Allen a check swing and appeal, and Roberto Ortiz at first base says strike 3. So Allen strikes out, 2 down. That'll bring Michael Harris to the plate. Did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 4 strikeouts for Gallen. 3 have been against Allen. Harris tries to bunt one down the third baseline. Picking it up to catch Moreno. Wheels and throws and makes a good play. Well, that took a spectacular effort from their catcher Moreno to get Michael Harris. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the 7th. We move along into the 8th. 5-3 Diamondbacks.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Got a 2013 to 2018 Ram with a Cummins diesel? Well, you're about to get paid. Complete your emissions recall 67A and get a $200 cash car, a free warranty extension, and up to 13 chances to win $10,000. That's how you win, win, and win again. Visit CumminsWinWin.com to learn more. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents, excluding New York. 18 and older. Complete service by August 23rd. See rules at crules.com/CWW.Cummins Inc.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the
Moving into the top of the 8th here at Truist. Braves trail on the Diamondbacks 5-3. Pierce Johnson pitched a scoreless 7th inning and was helped in that effort by Drake Baldwin. 2 great throws in it for a caught stealing at second base and a pickoff at first base to end the inning. On to pitch this inning for the Braves, right-hander Rafael Montero. The 34-year-old has pitched with Houston and Atlanta this year, 21 appearances, sporting a 4.19 ERA. Really dominating righties thus far.
Facing Perdomo, and his first pitch is a called strike. This is the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if Montero can strike out the side, our contestant Gavin Board will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. There's a ball outside. Gavin, if you win, you won't be bored anymore. I can tell you that much. If you win that Yanmar UTV. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. 1-1 popped up, shallow left, going back Allen. He looks skyward, he's under it, and he'll squeeze the first out. So no winner, but Gavin Board, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you playing. And again, you can enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar. You'll also be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, backed longer. One out in the 8th for Josh Naylor. Montero's first bullet. That'll miss outside. Naylor is 0 for 3. He's kept Allen and Albies busy. Ground out to each of them. And he'll wreck one deep down the right field line to the corner, and that is a foul ball just outside the chalk. Naylor just missed extra bases. A 1-1 count on him. Naylor, 27 years old, out of Mississauga, Canada. Attended Joan of Arc Catholic Secondary School there in Canada. And was originally selected by the Marlins in the first round of 2015's draft. He was taken 12th overall and signed with the Marlins over his commitment to play baseball at Texas Tech. That's a long way from Canada.
It sure is.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball out to first base. And there with it, Olsen. Underhand toss to the bag. Montero's there, 2 down.
I did not know Naylor was Canadian.
Yeah.
And now, knowing him and his, he's very emotional on the field. It fits. Maybe he played a little hockey in his day,
Yeah, that makes some sense. Well, 5'10", but 235. I wouldn't want to get checked against the boards by that guy.
I don't think he was always 235.
Thing is, they have him listed as 235.
Yeah.
I think 235 is in the rearview mirror for him. Here's Eugenio Suarez. And he'll take a first pitch strike. 95-mile-an-hour fastball at the bottom of the zone. Diamondbacks 5, Braves 3. We're on the top of the 8th. 0-1 low and away with a slider.
I mentioned Montero's really been dominating righties. They're only hitting 125 of them off of him this year. So got a good shot to maybe, just maybe, get Suarez out here. This guy has been terrorizing the Braves.
1-1 for Suarez. Montero deals, and he pops one up. Shallow right. Ozzie going to his left and into shallow right field. Coming up on his 6 is Ronald Acuna. Ronald makes the catch and kicks it. Ozzie, stay away from me. That's my territory. They go down in order. Braves run out of chance.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and switch on the NBA Finals. Because fast breaks and threes deserve an exhilarating blast of flavor to go with it.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
For $444, only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
Hey folks, we in the locker room want to send you to a Braves game. This is home team Brandon Leak reminding you that a pair of tickets are up for grabs during the 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
Moving into the bottom of the eighth, Diamondbacks bring in their first reliever of the game. He's coming into a 5-3 ball game. Braves trail him by 2. That is the 34-year-old right-hander Shelby Miller. Has 4 saves in his last 7 games. Working in the eighth tonight.
Former Brave facing Ronald Acuna. Ronald 1 for 3 with a single. And Acuna takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. 5 runs, 7 hits, and an error for the Diamondbacks. They've hit 3 homers tonight, 2 by Marte, 1 by Carroll. For the Braves, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. 0-1 to Acuna. Check swing sent foul by the Braves dugout. Braves have 1 homer. Solo homer out of Drake Baldwin. By the way, that line for Zach Gallen, that's the one he's been searching for a month.
Yeah, he was really good tonight. 7 innings pitched. Deep in the ball game.
0-2, and Acuna bounces one up the middle. That escapes into the outfield for a base hit. Leadoff single for Acuna. That'll bring the tying run to the plate here with no one out in Drake Baldwin. Yeah, that line for Gallen, 7 innings, 3 runs, 1 earned. Braves had a hard time versus him. He turned in 4 1-2-3 innings, but now that they're into the bullpen, hoping for a different outcome. Had a good start. Well, it's been Drake Baldwin's night thus far. Already homered and doing a great job behind the plate. First pitch to Baldwin. And a strike on the outside corner. First pitch splitter.
And you can understand Ronald's hesitancy to steal a base, right? You know, you mentioned he has not attempted one this season. When he was at his best, I mean, he put so much pressure on those pitchers worrying about his legs out there on the base paths.
Low and in, 1-1.
So I'm curious to see when he does feel good enough to attempt that larceny at second base or third base. That's what makes him such a unique leadoff hitter, is not just the speed, but also the power.
1-1 to Baldwin. That'll be sent foul. You think about the record-setting season the Braves had as a team in 2023.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that Ronald had the season that he had at the top of the order. And I think that set the table for everybody under him because of exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's no question. You know, that pitcher is worrying about giving up free bags, and he's trying to get the best hitters in the world out.
1-2 to Baldwin. Ground ball out to second. Charging Marte. Squares to second. They get one there. Perdomo over to first. Not in time. 4-6 put out. Ronald Acuna down at second. Fielder's choice for Baldwin. He's at first. Here's Austin Riley. And finishing that thought, I mean, he led the league that year in runs and hits and steals, on base percentage, total bases. He had 383 total bases that season.
Yeah.
And, of course, won the MVP. One on, one gone. Pitch on the way to Riley. First pitch fastball up and in. Riley 0 for 1 in his career versus Shelby Miller. Not much of a history. 5-3 Diamondbacks. Bottom of the 8th. Tying run to the plate. 1-0 swung on and tipped into the mid. One. Missed inside. 2 balls and a strike. It's really hard to believe that it's been a decade since Shelby Miller was a Brave. That was back in the 2015 season when he was an all-star for the Braves and also led the league in losses that year with 17. Had a 3.02 ERA. 2-1 fouled off. Open to the third deck down the first base line.
Yeah, he's really set himself up for a nice career here as a reliever since he stopped being a starter. It wasn't a bad one, as you mentioned, that year. Got a lot of hats, 9 different teams in 13 seasons in the major leagues.
Wow.
I bet his family gave up after about 2 or 3 teams.
2-2 to Riley. Good swing, but fouled one back. This is his second tour of duty with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's been great this season. Sporting a 1.9 ERA. He's pretty much a 2-pitch pitcher. About 90% of his pitches are a 4-seam or a split. And that split it's a really good one below the zone. That's where he looks to go for a strikeout. That or the elevated heater.
There's 2-2 to Riley. That'll be punched to the left side and a base hit into left field. On the splitter there and perfectly placed between Perdomo and Suarez. Second hit allowed by Miller this inning. And now the tying run is at first. Go ahead run to the plate at Matt Olson. Well, we've been talking about the Braves' struggles. And if there is a team that could use a moment more than the Braves, I'd like to see it. Well, they got a chance for a moment right here with Matt Olson at the plate. Olson 0 for 1 in his career versus Shelby Miller. Go ahead run to the plate. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. First pitch of the sequence. And he missed inside with a fastball. Borderline pitch, and this time it goes Olson's way. Braves have trailed all night long. But if Miller makes a mistake, Olson could make him pay and give the Braves the lead. 1-0 pitch, had a swing, fouled one back. That was a fastball. I mean, right down the middle. Miller might be thinking, I just got away with my mistake right there. That was what he was looking for. 1-1 and a strike on a bad ball low and away. Olson can't believe it. That splitter looked like it was a little bit low. Maybe the bottom of the strike zone. That time the borderline pitch goes Miller's way. 1-2 on Olson. Miller brings it. Olson fouls one back. Still 1-2. I bet it's hard to concentrate on the next pitch when you get one like you did 2 pitches ago.
Yes.
I mean, smack dab center fire. That's what he wants.
Yeah, Matt doesn't miss too many mistakes like that. That was, as you mentioned, right down Broadway.
Again, the 1-2. That drifted away. Laid off the splitter. 2-2. Olson tonight, a ground out to second, a single, and a walk, and he scored a run. He can make it a 1-run game with a base hit right here. Baldwin at second, Riley at first, 2-2. And he swings and misses at a splitter for strike 3.
Yeah, because of that good splitter, Miller is really tough on lefties, hitting under 100 on the year versus him. So really a challenge, you know. Against a pitcher of his caliber, you're not going to get many mistakes like Matt did there, and you really got to take advantage of those.
Well, with 2 down, the bat's in the hands of Marcell Ozuna. This is an interesting matchup because on the entire roster, there's only one player who's ever had more than 3 at-bats in his career versus Shelby Miller. That player is Marcell Ozuna, who's had 18 career at-bats against him. First pitch you see swung on, fouled back. Ozuna 4 for 18 with 2 doubles in his career versus Miller. A couple of walks, 5 strikeouts. And the Braves have to feel like this is their best shot. I mean, you got the meat of the order and men on base. Trailing 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1 swung on, missed late on the fastball. On Ozuna. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Only time he reached was on an errand and scored a run. 0-2. Laid off a splitter low and away, 1-2. Miller looking in at his target, Gabriel Moreno. Ozuna steadies the bat. 1-2. And he swings and clocks one. Deep center field. Back goes Thomas at the wall. He leaps and he robs Ozuna. Alec Thomas going a long way on a ball that was blasted to the deepest part of the yard. Went up and robbed him. Would have hit off the wall on the fly. And that ends the bottom of the 8th. What a play by Thomas. Braves denied. We go to the top of the 9th. 5-3 Diamondbacks.
Hard hit ball to short, scooped up and tossed to second.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's Tracy from Lily's of Charleston.
Hi, y'all. We make barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and specialty popcorn.
They get help from Amazon to grow their small business faster.
They handle all our shipping and logistics, which is a big help.
All loaded up. Have a great day, Tracy.
Hot stuff, Tracy.
Ooh, honey.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Jeffrey and Cord joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Into the 9th inning with a 5-3 score. Diamondbacks will send up Gurriel, Smith, and Moreno. They've got a 5-3 lead over the Braves as Gurriel leads off. Takes the first pitch strike. By the way, that ball hit by Ozuna came off his bat at 106 miles an hour. I mean, he squared it up. And Alec Thomas, sprinting back with all that he had, made a great catch. Gurriel fouls one back. That goes over his head. That's 2 runs, no problem. We would have had a tie game.
Yeah, this tells you all you need to know about how good that play was. The expected batting average on that was 840. So 84% of the time, that's a knock.
Well, if you're watching this series, or in this case, listening to it on the radio, you've got 2 really good defensive center fielders in this series, Harris and Thomas. Here's the 0-2 to Gurriel. Gurriel fouls one back. In fact, if you remember the series in Arizona, there was a ball that the Braves hit late in one of those games that cleared the head of Thomas. I think it was a ball that Michael Harris hit. And you and I were both stunned that Thomas didn't get to it because we're so used to seeing him make plays just like the one he made to end the 8th. 0-2 missed away.
Yeah, if you're good enough to move Corbin Carroll to right field, then you're pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's a great point.
You know, he went and got that. Seems really comfortable going back on the ball.
1-2 for Montero. And a check swing. That'll take care of Gurriel. He solved him with a splitter. Funny swing there by Gurriel. He was swinging in, trying to get out of the way of that splitter at the same time. 1 down in the 9th. Braves in the bottom of the 9th will have Albies, Verdugo, and Allen due up. We'll see what they want to do in terms of batting for any of those guys. Here's the pitch on the way to Pavin Smith. First pitch splitter outside, 1-0. To Smith. Outside. Braves 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position tonight. They have stranded 5. Haven't had a ton of opportunities. 2-0 to Smith. Called strike. Good splitter that time. Bullpen has done a nice job to this point. Trying to keep it that way. 2-1 to Smith. And O'Hack and miss on a splitter. 2-2.
And Montero brought his best splitter to the ballpark tonight. It's just the bottom is just dropping out of it right as it approaches the plate.
See if he goes with it again. This 2-2 to Smith. Missed up and in with a fastball. (3-2) in the air to left. Alex Verdugo going to go back. Alex has it in his sights. Makes the catch just shy of the warning track. 2 down in the 9th. Batter will be Gabriel Moreno. Right-hander Rafael Montero out of the Dominican Republic. 34 years old. Long dreadlocks hanging out of the back of his Navy cap. 11 years in the big leagues for this right-hander, who helped the Astros win a World Series championship in 2022. Moreno lobs one into left field. Allen's going to go back, but that'll splash down over his head. Little looper into left field. That was similar to the base hit that he had to drive in the run back in the second inning, except that one was down the right field line. So not a whole lot of hard contact for Moreno, but he's got 2 knocks tonight.
Yeah, that one came off the bat at just 70 miles an hour. Just enough velo to get it over Nick Allen's head at shortstop.
Justin Martinez up and tossing for the Diamondbacks, as the 9th would likely be his. Here's Alec Thomas. Thomas takes the ball outside. He's 0 for 4 at the plate, Darren, but that was a game-changing catch he made. He certainly made his contribution to this game.
Yeah, that was a big play. We're looking at a tie ball game if he's not outstanding out there in center field.
1-0 fouled off. It would have been a tie game with the go-ahead run at second base, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
But that has been the story lately for the Braves, just having a hard time breaking through. 1-1, queued up into center field, down for a base hit. 2-out single for Alec Thomas. Moreno down to second. You think about the Braves' struggles offensively. Now they've had an issue, especially in that Red Sox series, with runners in scoring position. You had that moment in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ozuna squares one up, hits it to the deepest part of the yard, and Alex Thomas makes a terrific play. And it reminds me of a quote that I remember Don Sutton using one time, where he said, "That's how it goes when it's going the way it's going." Carroll swings and misses. That's so true.
That's like a yogiism.
Yeah. Oh, and to Carroll. Just outside with a splitter.
Yeah, that's something that gets lost in this season. There is an element to luck to this game. You know, the Braves' expected win total is actually quite a bit higher than what they have.
1-1 to Carroll, and a called strike, 1-2.
So the Braves are 27-31. Their expected win-loss is 31-27. So positive run differential. We're nerding out a little bit here, but what I'm telling you is they have gotten a little bit unlucky here.
It feels like a lot unlucky.
Yeah.
Especially lately. 1-2 to Carroll. Missed outside with a splitter. Five runs on 9 hits for the Diamondbacks. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Braves. Runners at first and second. 2 down. And a 2-2 count on Carroll. Here it comes. Just low it outside with a splitter. Didn't take the bait. The count runs full. These guys at the top of their order tonight have been very hard to get out. Carroll's been on 3 times, Marte 4 times. And he's on deck. 3-2. Runners go. Spoiled foul on the right field line.
This would be a big pitch here, right? You don't want to face Marte with the bases loaded. He's already got 2 dingers tonight. Seeing the ball really well. Got to summon your best stuff here.
Carroll wants some stick-em on the bat. He'll climb back in with a 3-2 count. Thomas and Moreno will be on the move. Diamondbacks already with a 2-run lead in the top of the 9th. 30 pitches logged for Montero. 3-2. And he hits a high fly ball to right. Acuna and Harris to the wall. Harris is back to the wall and out of room. And that is gone. Corbin Carroll with his 2nd home run of the game. And he has just busted this thing open. It is now 8-3 Diamondbacks in the top of the 9th.
Montero was being stubborn there. That was the 7th consecutive splitter. It showed Corbin Carroll might need to change his eye level a little bit. Throw him a high fastball. Show him something else. Otherwise, you have to be absolutely perfect. And that wasn't a bad pitch, but if the hitter knows what's coming, it makes him a lot better.
Swing and miss by Marte. So the Diamondbacks have not one but 2 players with 2 home run nights tonight. Carroll with a solo shot and a 3-run shot. Marte a solo shot and a 2-run shot. Ball outside, 1-1. Marte takes a ball outside. Well, whatever hope was left in this building quickly evaporated as that one sailed over the right field wall. Two on to Marte. Outside, 3-1. Now Ryan Thompson throwing in the Diamondbacks bullpen. Scott Blewett now throwing for the Braves. 3-1 to Marte. And he takes a strike. It looked like Montero got a gift right there. He'll take it. 3-2. Payoff to Marte. And a dribbler foul up the first base line and onto the grass. Marte trying to reach base for the 5th time tonight. 2 walks, 2 homers. 3-2 for Montero. And he pops one up down the left field line towards foul ground. Verdugo makes his way over there, but that's off the screen. The ball out of play. 3-2. Again, the 3-2. Marte slugs one in the air to right center field. Acuna comes over to play it on a bounce. 3rd hit of the night for Marte. He's on base for the 5th time this evening. And that will be the end of the line for Montero. So here comes Brian Snitker. He'll make the Aero Exterminators call to the bullpen. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com. It'll be Scott Blewett on the mound when we come back. 8-3 Diamondbacks in the 9th.
Hey, small bit.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Are you ready to take a swing at base balderdash? Today's phrase is around the horn. Do you know what it means? Around the horn. A double play that begins with the third baseman and goes to second and then first.
Swing a ground ball, chop left side. Vargas has it to second for one. Garcia to first. There's the double play. 5-4-3 around the horn.
Expand your vocabulary with the MLB app and MLB.com.
And singles to Moreno and Thomas. Corbin Carroll got a hanging splitter and demoralized these Braves fans that are still in attendance. On to relieve Montero. Right-hander Scott Blewett, the 29-year-old, has pitched in 13 games this season for the Braves, making one start. He last pitched in Game 1 of the doubleheader at Philadelphia, 2 1/3 innings with 3 strikeouts.
He inherits a runner at first base. Here's Geraldo Perdomo. 8-3 Diamondbacks, top of the 9th. And Perdomo takes a called strike. Alec Thomas made a sensational play to end the bottom of the 8th. That kept the Diamondbacks on top 5-3. And then they've exploded for 3 runs here in the 9th. Ground ball to first. Backhanded stop on a knee by Olsen. Steps on the bag with his left foot. And there's out number 3. But a lot of damage done. 3 runs on the homer by Corbin Carroll. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 8-3 Snakes.
At Massey Services, we know that no 2 lawns are the same. That's why we create a customized lawn care plan for whatever your landscape looks like. From season to season, our personalized treatments keep your lawn healthy and beautiful all year long. Personalized, because it is personal. We take as much pride in your lawn as you do. Schedule your free inspection today at MasseyServices.com. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
There's no such thing as a fender bender when it comes to motorcycle accidents.
More than 80% of crashes result in catastrophic injuries. Injuries that require experienced attorneys ready to fight for you. We are, and we will.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Give me directions to Truist Park.
Getting directions. Would you like to add a racetrack freeze blast to your route?
Ooh, yes, please.
Updating route. Now getting on fast track.
Amazing.
Don't let a pregame pit stop slow you down. Take the racetrack route and get on the fast track to game day with a cold, refreshing freeze blast. Racetrack, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
We in the locker room want to send you to a Braves game. This is Brian Finner, and reminding you that a pair of tickets are up for grabs during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
And the last call for the Braves with that 3-run homer in the top of the inning, pushing the score to 8-3. Arizona decides to sit their closer down, Justin Martinez, and go with the side-arming righty, Ryan Thompson. He's a 32-year-old, 6'5", 210 pounds. He's a veteran of 6 seasons, half of those with the Rays, half of those with these Diamondbacks. He has pitched in 23 games thus far this season.
And he's got a 5-run lead. By the way, a ball got loosed on the third baseline, so time called. Freddie Gonzalez snagging it and tossing it into the Diamondbacks dugout. 8 runs, 11 hits for the Diamondbacks, including 4 home runs, 2 by Carroll, 2 by Marte. For the Braves, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 homer, solo shot by Drake Baldwin. First pitch to Ozzie Albies, be a strike on the inside corner. Well, after the game, we do the Home Depot player of the game. And if you're looking to pick a Brave, you're probably looking at Drake Baldwin. That'll be your decision coming up. But if you're on the Diamondbacks broadcast tonight, they got some decisions to make for their player of the game. Ozzie grounds one out to first. Up with it, Josh Naylor. He'll take it to the bag himself. 1 away. Well, those guys are the top of the order. Thunder and lightning up there.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure out a way to get Carroll and Marte out tomorrow to have a chance to win. Those guys taking advantage of mistakes today, 2 home runs each. So, yeah, got to get them out to start the game tomorrow.
Carroll and Marte came to the plate tonight a combined 10 times, and the Braves got him out once.
Yikes.
That's when Corbin Carroll popped out on the first pitch. That was back in the first inning. Pitch on the way to Verdugo, and a tapper to the mound. Coming down the front slope of the mound to Glovett. Thompson lobs a little lollipop over there to first base for out number 2. And the Braves down to their final out. Game 2 in this series will be tomorrow night, back under the lights. That'll be a 7:15 Eastern first pitch, 6:15 Central. Chris Sale versus Merrill Kelly. Here's Sean Murphy to pinch hit for Nick Allen. So the Braves will turn to Chris Sale to get him back on the win column.
Yeah, that's the right man on the mound. So many times last season, Chris Sale stopped these skids and really got the team right on the back on track with his efforts out there.
Just want to see him stop a skid and then have that continue.
Yes.
Build up a run. Sean Murphy takes a ball low. Murphy batting .223, 9 homers this season. Broken bat grounder to third base. Eugenio Suarez gloves it. Fires over to first base, and the Diamondbacks win game 1 by a final of 8-3. And the Braves have now dropped 9 of their last 12 games. And tonight, they were bludgeoned to death by the home run ball. 4 homers for the Diamondbacks tonight as they win this one 8-3 over the Braves. Back with the totals after this.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games are? Everything. The crowds and the...
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's Tracy from Lily's of Charleston.
Hi, y'all. We make barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and specialty popcorn.
They get help from Amazon to grow their small business faster.
They handle all our shipping and logistics, which is a big help.
All loaded up. Have a great day, Tracy.
Hot stuff, Tracy.
Ooh, honey.
Shop small business on Amazon.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What? Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on.
Caught stealing at second and a pickoff at first. So love to see that out of your young catcher.
Yeah, Drake did his part tonight. Drake Baldwin, your player of the game, built by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Here are the totals for the Diamondbacks. 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 4 men left on base. They hit 4 homers. 2 homers by Corbin Carroll, 2 homers by Ketel Marte. For the Braves, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 5 men left on base, 1 homer. A solo homer by Drake Baldwin in the 4th inning. Diamondbacks improved to 29-31 with this win. And the Braves fall to 27-32 with the loss. Winning pitcher is Zach Gallen. He's 4-7 with a 5.13 ERA. Losing pitcher is Spencer Strider, who is 0-4 with a 5.68 ERA. The attendance for tonight's game, 32,898. And the time of tonight's game, 2 hours, 28 minutes, brought to you by First Liberty Building and Loan. If you're looking for $750,000 or more in financing to grow your business, contact First Liberty Building and Loan at firstlibertyga.com. As I mentioned, the Braves hit 1 home run tonight, so that means you'll score $75 off a set of select tires tomorrow, plus a free alignment and a free oil change with your tire purchase, only from Tire Discounters. Learn more about the Braves and Tire Discounters round-tripper promotion at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Game 2 tomorrow night. When we come back, I'll tell you about that before we close on the Braves Radio Network. In the final, Diamondbacks 8, Braves 3. You're listening to the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Oh, no. Stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, y'all, Ben Ingram here, and summer starts now at Beaver Toyota. The trucks have been rolling in, and they're loaded up with fresh inventory. Road trips, beach days, or just cruising. Beaver Toyota has the perfect Toyota for your summer adventure. Get huge savings, low financing, and Beaver benefits, including lifetime powertrain warranty, lifetime oil changes, lifetime loaner cars, and more. The best selection, the best deals, but when they're gone, it's over. Summer starts now at Beaver Toyota, always providing you a world-class experience. BeaverToyotaComing.com.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? Saia covers all the bases, coast to coast, to keep your business running smoothly. Make Saia part of your starting lineup. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their snazzy jingle.
Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments. And free oil changes. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
City of Hope is advancing cancer care at life-saving speed with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
All right, final score, Diamondbacks over the Braves, 8-3. And our next broadcast will be tomorrow when the Braves face the Diamondbacks here at Truist Park in the second game of this series. Our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 6 o'clock. And our first pitch tomorrow night will be at 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central, as Darren and I have the call of that one. Right-hander Merrill Kelly gets the ball for the Diamondbacks. He's 5-2 with a 3.78 ERA. Lefty Chris Sale goes for the Braves. He's 3-3 with a 3.06 ERA. So for our guys back in studio, that's Joe Virgin and Lucas Kochevar. Also for Darren O'Day, our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, and one of our special assistants, Ralph O'Day, in the booth with us tonight. I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Truist Park here in Atlanta, Georgia. Final score, Diamondbacks 8, Braves 3. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show starting now with Barrett Salee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it came courtesy of rookie Drake Baldwin. His solo home run
cut the lead to 4-1. It was his 6th home run of the season. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Post Game Show, and this is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Ameris isn't just a bank, we're your bank, and we're proud to provide you free checking with mobile banking to give you full access to your account wherever you are. Enjoy the freedom of no minimum balance requirements or monthly service fees, because when you use Ameris Bank, you get the confidence of a committed financial partner on your side. Visit amerisbank.com/free checking to get free checking that fits your life. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Other fees such as overdraft fees may apply. See the miscellaneous services pricing guide for details.
What's your idea of a good time? Maybe it's adrenaline, like the rush of watching the home team hit homers at Truist Park. Maybe it's a little more chill, communing with nature among the thousands of plants at Smith Gilbert Gardens. Perhaps it's art and culture, soaking up the charm and history at Marietta Square, or taking in performance at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center. Let the good times roll in Cobb, where you can get your fill of chill, thrill, and culture. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. Visit travelcobb.org.
When you're looking for leading cardiac care, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 95% patient recommendations. You could say we're #1 in the heart of Georgia. We lead with 100 dedicated cardiovascular doctors, so you'll know your heart is in the best hands. We lead with compassion, because you are at the heart of our care. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan. From then, I immediately founded 13 Heroes for a way to give back to the families who lost their loved ones. 13 Heroes is a premium, award-winning line of spirits with the purest and smoothest liquid on the market. Please help turn tragedy into legacy by picking up a bottle of 13 Heroes at your local bottle shop or visit 13heroes.com. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good in it.
No matter where you go to find your next adventure, find it in a smart and rugged Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... the official ticket marketplace of...
That ball was crushed!
And...
Did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go Braves!
We want to send you to see a game at Truist Park. Listen for your chance to win a pair of tickets weekday afternoons during our 4 o'clock hour on Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network. All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
1-2 to fly ball deep right field. Hanging high, carrying back to the chop house. Look out! It's a 3-run home run.
Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Man of the Dickey Broadcasting Studios right here in the Battery Atlanta, just steps away from the right field gate at Truist Park, where fans saw the Braves drop game one of the 3-game set to the Diamondbacks 8-3. Drake Baldwin did have a home run, threw a runner out at second, and picked off a runner at first base as well. So the Rookie of the Month in May started June out in a fantastic way. Before we get to the highlights, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Let's get to the highlights. Top of the first, 1 down. Spencer Strider on the rubber facing Diamondbacks second baseman, Ketel Marte.
0-2 to Marte. And Marte crushes one deep to right center field. That's going to land in the seats for a home run halfway up the bleachers just to the left of the chop house. And it's 1-0 in favor of Arizona after the 9th homer of the season for Marte.
445 feet, 109.3 miles per hour off the bat for Marte, and that's not the last time we will hear from him. Top of the second, Eugenio Suarez on third after a double and a sac fly. Gabriel Moreno at the plate with 2 down, looking to extend the lead.
1-1 lob down the right field line. That will drop in fair and drive in the run. Gabriel Moreno able to send a flare down the right field line and bloop one in to drive in Suarez, and it's 2-0 Arizona.
Top of the third, Corbin Carroll on first after a single. Marte at the plate facing Spencer Strider with a 3-0 count.
As Marte was on the shelf, but he's back and he's banged 9 homers, and he crushes one deep down the right field line to the wall, and that is gone. Boy, that was an absolute missile to the chop house. Didn't have a whole lot of height on it, but it was blasted into the first row of the chop house, ricocheted back out onto the field. It's a 2-run homer, his 10th of the year, and it's 4-0 Diamondbacks.
Braves looking to get back in it. Bottom of the fourth, still 4-0. Zach Gallen hasn't given up a hit yet, but Drake Baldwin ends the no-hitter and the shutout with 1 swing of the bat.
This is just his 29th pitch, and Baldwin drives one to deep right field to the chop house and out of here. The Rookie of the Month of the National League out to a good start here in June. He drives his 6th home run of the season into the chop house, and the Braves are on the board. It's now a 4-1 game.
Later in the inning, Matt Olson on first after a single. Marcell Ozuna at the plate, and the D-backs hand the Braves a gift.
Ozuna sends one out towards third, and back on the other side of Suarez down the left field line. It gets through him. Olson to third. They're going to wave him. Here's Lourdes Gurriel's throw out of left field. It's up the first base line. The run scores. Olson rolled over the plate. I hope he touched it. Ozuna down at second base, and as it stands now, it's 4-2.
Ozzie Albies next at the dish. Ozuna still on second. Ozzie gets the Braves within 1.
And the 3-2. Swung on and hit towards left center field. Charge it over. Thomas can't get there. Plays it on a hop. This will drive in Ozuna. Ozzie rakes one into left center. Makes it a 1-run game.
D-backs come right back in the top of the 5th, though. Corbin Carroll leading off the inning versus Spencer Strider, and Carroll shows off his power in a big way.
And Carroll hammers one high in the air to deep right field, and that, too, will leave the ballpark. That landed about the same place the first inning homer for Marte landed. And for Carroll, it's his 17th round tripper of the year. And it's now 5-3 Diamondbacks.
438 feet off the bat of Carroll with an exit velo of 106.1 miles per hour. Aniel De Los Santos came in to pitch the 6th in place of Strider. Final line for Strider, 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Top of the 9th, still 5-3. Rafael Montero in to pitch for the Braves. The Diamondbacks get singles from Gabriel Moreno and Alec Thomas, which sets up Corbin Carroll with a chance to break it open.
3-2. And he hits a high fly ball to right. Acuna and Harris to the wall. Harris is back to the wall and out of room. And that is gone. Corbin Carroll with his 2nd home run of the game. And he has just busted this thing open. It is now 8-3 Diamondbacks in the top of the ninth. Whatever hope was left in this building quickly evaporated as that one sailed over the right field wall.
Bottom of the ninth.